Hi, I'm Christy Clark and I'm back for issue 6 of Let's Make Cards. As always, I have top designer Corinne Brad with me. Hiya Corinne.
Hello Christy.
Issue 6 is on sale Friday the 8th of June and it's just $7.99. Go out and get your copy. Hiya Corinne, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you.
Now, I always look forward to getting the free card kit with every issue. So what have we got coming up?
Well, this month we've got a real retro 50s inspired collection of papers here. There's also some vellums and some other background papers in smaller snippets. We've got the usual selection of die cuts and they're on a summer theme. There's also some wedding embellishments in there and some baby motifs.
They've got some lovely little embellishments in there, fantastic.
Yeah, the usual selection of sequins and ribbons and other sort of pearlised motifs there.
Fantastic. Now we give the kit to the designers to have a play around with every month. So what have we got coming up with some fantastic bits here?
Well, Amanda Walker has come up with 10 designs that you can knock up in a matter of minutes. They're just here. Then we've got Caroline Blanchard has made some summer themed cards and also some It's a Boy Baby cards that are just there.
Aww.
Brenda Harvey's used some paper punches on her cards to add a bit of extra zing. Then we've also got Melanie Hendrick, who's added a personal touch to her cards with some alphabet stamps that are just here. And then Jill Alblas came in with a variety of tools like the Cricut, the Xyron Creative Station and also the Design Runner, and she's added some extra things to her cards. Also there's a bit of stitching on here as well.
Lovely, so she's really got into it there.
Yeah,
fantastic. Now we all like to know what's in between. What bits have we got to read this
Well, we've
month?
got some features and some essential information. There's a step-by-step to using rainbow stamps, also beading on your cards and lettering techniques. Designer Solance Sholey is revealing the best way to create your own personalised wedding stationery. And there's also an easy guide to products that you need to make summer-themed cards.
Lovely.
And I think some of the LMC designers have been giving advice how to solve your card-making problems.
Cool, I'm going to have a few questions for him. So what are we going to be doing today?
Well, I thought I'd demonstrate how to make a waterfall card. This is one that I made for the magazine.
Now, I hadn't seen one of these before.
No.
So
Well, it's quite it looks complicated, but it's quite an easy technique. And basically, it's one of those cards with a hidden element to it. So when you pull the tab, the pages unfold one by one to reveal. I mean, you can get so much embellishment on your card.
yeah.
And it's
the
a real.
one with the little bottles, lovely.
But I made all of this from the components in the kit. I'm just going to demonstrate the technique to make the waterfall. I'm just going to use plain white card so you can see it more easily.
Okay.
So what you need, if you take a sheet of A5 card and you just score it to A6, a normal card blank. And then what I've done is I've decided to use panels here that are about 7 centimetres wide. So I've just drawn on here a gap in the middle of your card, which is the same sort of 1.5 cm from top and bottom.
Right, okay.
So if you just grab a scalpel and ruler and you just want to cut in the slots here and here. And I've discovered the easiest way to actually do this is to actually cover your card now with background paper at this stage.
Right.
So if you just cover the whole of the front of the card with background paper and then cut the slots.
Okay.
Because then you don't have to fiddle about with it afterwards. Now once you've cut your slots, what you then need is another strip of card. Quite a long one. This is cut from an A4 sheet. The cards that I've used here, I've actually used the depth of the card
Right, okay.
here
Yeah.
and cut it there. But if you cut that, and then what you need to do is if you score this, I'll score it in half just here. Yeah. And then there's 5 panels on this card. So if you score this 5 more times, what's handy with these score and fold boards is you'll normally find there's 2 score lines quite close to each other and you can use them as a measurement to score this piece of card. So they're about 5-6 millimetres apart. And then what you just need to do is fold this over, check it's squared up and just rub down on your score lines to make a crisp fold on it. And each time just checking that the card lines up, because if you're slightly out of kilter it won't flow through so easily.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you've scored all of these pieces, You then take the card that you've cut, and this is the tricky bit, which is bound not to go right. Thread it through the 2 cut lines that you've made.
Hey, it went right.
And then if you pull it up so that this edge of the slot just lines up here, yeah. These are 7 centimetres deep. You need to cut 7 centimetres from that last fold. So if you just line it up on a scoring board, cutting board, yeah, which happens to be in inches, just to confuse the issue. Makes life easy, doesn't it? And cut your panel. So when you line the slot up with the first fold,
yeah,
if you then fold it on the last fold, that's where this one will sit. So you need to secure it with a piece of double-sided tape just there.
Right.
And then when you've done that, which I'll just do now actually, what you'll find is that as you push the long edge backwards and forwards, it will reveal all the other folds. This has got to be the stickiest up one again. Okay? So as you push this backwards and forwards, it will reveal the other folds.
Oh, yeah.
So when you've pushed it back that way, if you just put some more strips of double-sided tape on, and then what you can do is you take some panels, these are 7 centimetre square panels,
right,
and decorate them, as I've done here. So if you decorate the whole of the front, but if you leave a little 5mm border at the back and just decorate the back, because you'll need that bit to stick it onto the card.
Yeah.
And then once you've decorated all your panels, including this front one, you then attempt to get your double-sided tape off again and stick each panel on, ensuring that it's square.
You know, you wouldn't have that trouble with a double-sided
No.
tape if we weren't filming.
I did think with longer fingernails I would have more luck.
It just shows no good can come from growing
No.
nails.
At least I don't get them so messy this week.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So now you've got the stepped cards, and then what you should find is as you pull it, the cards flap over. Now I've designed this card to sit upright, to sit sideways like this, but other cards you can have like a greeting message pulling up and down. These are great cards for kids. I mean, you know how much kids like pop-up books. But it's much, much easier, I've found, if you decorate the panels first before you stick them on, because you can never, especially if you put embellishments on here that have got some depth to them, when you come to do the next one, it will never sit flat, and you'll have difficulty with it. But it looks complicated, but it's really very, very easy.
It's fantastic. I mean, to start with, when I was watching that one, I was a bit like, how is this going to work? And then it all comes together, doesn't it? It's fantastic. Thanks for joining me again, Corinne.
Okay,
it was lovely. As I said, issue 6 is on sale Friday the 8th of June. It's just $7.99. All these amazing things can come from Let's Make Cards, so go out and get your issue. There are 3 easy ways to subscribe to Let's Make Cards. You can sign up for £16.50 for 3 issues via direct debit, or alternatively you can pay just £38 for 6 issues or £70 for 12 issues in the UK. It's £100 in Europe and £105 for the rest of the world. As well as saving up to 30% off the cover price, you can be sure of receiving your issue of Let's Make Cards regularly, containing a fabulous card making kit and masses of ideas for using it. Just visit www.letsmakecards.com to subscribe online, or call 01778 392 083.